out tonight, the moon is bright, the rain is right, you're out of sight. I won't.
I'm just gonna actually give you, I guess, a minute spot. Say what's up, say who you are,
Okay.
say what your future plans are.
Great.
All right, go for it.
Hello, my name is Ben Caplan of Ben Caplan and the Casual Smokers, and I am here playing at the supermarket. This is my third of 4 weeks playing here, and it's just sort of wrapping up the 6th week of a 6-month tour that I'm in the midst of right now. And so now that I've got Ontario well underway, I'm going to finish up in Ontario by the end of February, and then March I do a tour of the Maritimes. Then I'm going to go tour in the States, go play South by Southwest. Then I'm going to come back to Toronto for a few days to play Canadian Music Week. Then I'm going to go travel with the circus for a couple weeks, being the band leader with the circus. And then I'm going to go play at the ECMAs, the East Coast Music Awards, in New Brunswick. And then I'm going to fly to the Netherlands, and I'm going to tour around there for a while. And then I'm going to tour Belgium. And then I'm going to tour the UK for a couple weeks, and then I'm going to tour Germany for about a month, and then I'm going to come home and I'm going to rest for 2.5 weeks, and then I'm going to go play some festivals, and including the Montreal Jazz Festival and some other festivals around the East Coast. And then I'm going to get another couple of weeks off, maybe 3.5 weeks off, play some other festivals, and that'll bring us to September. And then I go back to Europe for another month-long tour, and then October I might take off. I don't know yet. And then November is some maritime touring, and I'm going to play with the Nova Scotia Symphony. And then after that, who knows? I mean, anything could happen.
After that, he'll be playing my living room. You heard it here first. I guess next question is, are you tired of people mentioning the word beard in interviews?
Nah,
No?
I'm used to it by now.
Do you find it kind of takes away from the music when people ask you about that?
Not really. I mean, I think people like to talk about my beard. People like to touch my beard. People like to refer to my beard as a singular entity. And so at this point, I'm just kind of rolling with it. As you can see, my poster over there has a picture of my beard on it instead of my face. So I figure why mess with a good thing.
So which one of you is the beard and which one of you is Ben Caplan? Is Ben Caplan the person or is Ben Caplan the beard?
Ben Caplan is my spokesperson. He's the guy who does whatever I tell him to do, and for a minimal fee.
Minimal fee? Oh, very good. Very good. Nice and affordable that way.
Oh, yeah.
All right, now on to the heavy-duty questions. Lots of people hate Toronto. Lots of people from around Canada hate Toronto. However, you're doing a residency here.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about Toronto?
I love Toronto.
Yeah?
I don't think I would ever live here.
No? Too expensive, maybe?
It's expensive. That's one thing. And the other thing is it's just it's a little bit of a faster pace than is my preference. I really, really like living on the East Coast. And it just feels like home. I loved ragging on Toronto before I spent some time here, and then once I got to spend a little bit of time here, I have fallen in love with the place. I am pleased to be spending so much time here, and I'm excited about coming back in the future. But as great as it is, it's not my home.
No. And obviously an East Coaster, as you had mentioned. I also had grown up on the East Coast.
Right
Can't
on.
hear it in my voice, but I grew up in Newfoundland.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I lived in Corner Brook for a good while.
Cool.
Yeah, I miss the mountains. I miss the whales, and the fresh fish.
I bet.
Dear God. But other than that, Toronto is now my home. What are some of your favorite things about Toronto?
Oh boy. Well, the sheer diversity of things that you can do. Whether it's all the different cuisine in the city or the different
Lucky Money
restaurant over there, Lucky Money restaurant.
That's where it's at.
As opposed to the Unlucky Money restaurant, which is just down that way.
Yeah, but they rip you off.
Oh yeah.
Food's garbage too.
Yeah. So yeah, there's lots of great food. There's always something interesting going on, and it makes for great people watching. There's always something interesting happening.
Definitely. On any given street, there can be something totally different, sometimes on the same street.
Yep.
It's true. All right, so I'm going to play a little game with you now, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We're going to play word association. I'm going to say something, whether that be a full sentence or not. You're going to answer with one word.
Okay.
Cool?
Yep.
Music.
Fun.
Soul.
Real.
Razors.
Dangerous.
Glasses.
Fun.
Sunlight.
Dangerous.
Moonlight.
Magical.
Sonata.
Sweet.
Religion.
Soulful.
Fire.
Burn.
Pierce Morgan.
Don't know who that is.
Good. Lady Gaga.
Wow.
Okay, good answer. Kensington Market.
Hurrah.
Supermarket.
Delightful.
Horseshoe Tavern.
Expansive.
Country music. Folk music.
Hey.
Death metal. Hip hop. MusicPsychos.com.
Awesome.
You heard it here. Torchlight.
Torchlight?
Torchlight.
Brooding.
Campfire.
I just want to say all the same words over and over
Sure,
again.
that's true. I'm mentioning a lot of dark things, aren't I?
Guitar.
Beach volleyball.
Breasts.
This guy's awesome.
That's what I think of when
How
I think
about
of
breasts?
Nipples?
Nipples. How about nipples?
Breasts.
Back to music. How many local artists have you played with while you're in town here?
I don't know. I got to play a show with the lead band from Zeus a little while ago. That
yeah?
was a ton of fun. And then here every week I'm playing with two or three Toronto bands. So I think in total since I've been here, it's probably been like maybe 12, 15 bands that I've played with from Toronto.
What's the most inspiring thing or moment for you since you picked up a guitar?
Wow. Seeing Neil Young play. I don't know if you meant like something that happened to me,
No,
but
it doesn't have to be.
I snuck into a Neil Young concert in Halifax. He was playing with Wilco, and I love Neil Young. I've always been a big Neil Young fan, and I'm an even bigger Wilco fan, if that makes even any sense. So
I think it makes sense. Jeff Tweedy's pretty awesome.
yeah, so I went and I saw Wilco open for Neil Young, and it was like incredible. And so I watched the Wilco set, and I was blown away. It was totally magical and incredible, and every single second of it, I was just lapping up, like so enthusiastic, loving every second. And then Neil Young came on, and I expected like he's gonna be, he's an old guy, he's in his 70s at this point, he's not gonna be able to rock that hard. But the man just wailed. And seeing that guy and hearing his new songs and like everything, the whole experience just lit me on fire. I felt so inspired.
Which speaks for longevity of certain artists.
Totally, yeah.
In 5, 10, 15, 25 years, where do you see yourself?
Hopefully playing music. Hopefully writing songs and continuing to be relevant.
Do you feel that's a personal choice?
Yeah, I mean it's all I want to do, so it's all I'm gonna do. I mean, if it happens that way, I'm gonna give it my best shot.
And it is a difficult industry to break into in any means.
Absolutely. Yeah.
What are some tips that you might give some aspiring artists who want to go out there and create and be creative and be inspired and inspire others?
First thing is practice. Practice, 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 practice. And don't just practice playing songs, but practice, if you want to be a songwriter, practice writing songs. Write songs that no one will ever hear for yourself to throw away, just to practice the craft of songwriting. You want to be a good performer on stage? Practice being on stage, whether it's playing at open mics or whatever it is. But before you start worrying about like marketing or social media or anything like that, the most important thing is to be excellent. And I mean, there's so many bands around today. There's so much going on. There's so many places for people to turn to go listen to music that if you want to make it, if you want to try to make music a career, you've got to be incredible. You've got to be so excellent. And so the most important thing is to just develop your craft and to practice, practice, practice.
All I know is that you're beautiful. You seem like